Me, you're looking at him.
Yes.
You know, there's never been a heavyweight in the history of the sport going back, starting from today, the lineal champion, going back to Gypsy Jem Mace, way back in the first heavyweight champion of the world under Queensberry rules, going back to all of these guys, John L. Sullivan's, the Rocky Marcianos, Mike Tyson's, Evander Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, all of them, Klitschko's, Bermain Staverns, Wilders. There ain't never been any of them could have competed with me at all. Couple of reasons. One, they was never as big as me, who moved like me. Two, they never had the attitude like I do. Three, they never had the work ethic that I do. And four, no one would have ever been able to beat me in any era, because you know why? I would have never let it happen.
What up? It's your boy, back again. Marlo Knows Basketball and Marlo Knows Boxing. Back at y'all with another one. It's fight week, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, it is fight week. We are about a week out from Oleksandr Usyk finally setting up this fraud Tyson Fury for good. The most overhyped fat boy that we've seen in boxing, talking about he's the greatest of all time. The greatest of all time, how? How? This man's resume is one of the weakest that we've seen. The only names on his resume is a 40-year-old Klitschko and unskilled, uncoordinated, unorthodox, slew-footed, pigeon-toed Deontay Wilder, who was overhyped himself. And he thinks that beating Deontay Wilder made him the greatest heavyweight of all time. And let him tell it, greatest boxer of all time. When Derek Chisora just whooped on Deontay Wilder to prove that Deontay Wilder was a hype job. And so is Tyson Fury. We just saw this man get dropped and arguably lose to a amateur. Not even an amateur. Francis Ngannou didn't have any amateur fights at all. He had never boxed ever in his whole entire life on any level. And he was able to drop Tyson Fury. And Tyson Fury is talking about he's the greatest because no other heavyweight in history is as big as him. Well, Francis Ngannou was only 6'4". He's only 6'4". You mean to tell me a 6'3" Muhammad Ali couldn't dominate you when you almost got beat by Francis Ngannou, who never boxed before a day in his life? That was the first time he'd ever been in a boxing ring, and he drops you. And you talking about you the GOAT? Make it make sense. But anyway, all that running is over. All that running is over. You were supposed to fight Oleksandr Usyk in February. And you've been ducking him this whole time because you know what's about to happen. You know what's about to happen. You saw that AJ couldn't beat him. You were afraid of AJ. And you saw AJ couldn't even beat him. And you've been ducking him since. You've been ducking him ever since, Tyson Fury. Fat boy, Homer Simpson. You've been ducking him ever since. Oleksandr Usyk, you were supposed to fight him in February, and you made up a fake injury because you were scared to get in the ring with him. But now all that running is over. It's over now. Now you have to step into the ring with him. May 18th, Oleksandr Usyk is going to put an end to this fraud. Finally, you can't run anymore. You never fought anybody with the endurance of Oleksandr Usyk, the skill of Oleksandr Usyk, the speed. You've never been in a ring with someone like this. All of that talking about you would have beat Ali, you would have beat Lennox Lewis, you would have beat Rocky Marciano, you would have beat all of the greats. How can you be the greatest of all time when you're not even the greatest of this era? Oleksandr Usyk is the greatest of this era, not Tyson Fury. And Tyson Fury knows it. And that's why he's been ducking him. But now there's nowhere for him to run. Now he has to fight him. He's shaking in his boots. And I know all the Usyk haters out there would try to say, well, Usyk should have lost to Daniel Dubois. He should have lost to Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois really won that fight. When it was clearly a low blow. The referee said it was a low blow. And if the referee didn't call it a low blow, Usyk would have got back up and continued to whoop on Daniel Dubois just like he was doing. Usyk dominated every second of that fight. This was the only moment of the fight where Daniel Dubois had any type of success, and it was a low blow. But what happened? What happened after the fight continued? What happened after the low blow? He continued to whoop on Daniel Dubois. Continued to whoop on him, just like he did from start to finish. Dubois had one moment in that fight in which it was a controversial moment. Y'all trying to say it was a clean body shot when it was obviously a low blow. And Usyk got up and continued to dominate the fight. Just like he had been doing before the low blow, he dominated the fight after the low blow. Daniel Dubois didn't stand a chance in that fight. No one Usyk has ever fought has stood a chance. And Tyson Fury is not going to stand a chance either. We're about to see Fat Boy get finished on Saturday. And once again, like I said, man, we're going to see this liar get exposed. And this fat fraud is going to finally be finished. And boxing will remember him as the laughingstock that called himself the greatest heavyweight of all time. That his minions like Andrew Schultz and Sylvester Stallone, who obviously don't know nothing about the sport of boxing if they really thought he was the greatest of all time. He's a fat fraud. And Usyk is going to put this fat fraud away for good on May 18th.
It seems strange that instead of choosing the top 10 guy, the guy is choosing someone who never boxed before.
Do you think he's scared?
Yeah, of course. Of course. Greedy belly, afraid.